Is gold going for all-time high again, or is it simply consolidating, or is it creating a bull trap? Let's find out in this analysis of Gold XAU USD. Hello and welcome to this analysis of Gold XAU USD. My name is Vic. I'm the founder of Vikinsa Capital Management. So what gold has been doing on the monthly time frame is simply like this. It has been simply going up, and now because the month of November is over, this is how it is looking, this candle here. Now, what we'll notice that this wick has been slightly recovered by this month of November. Okay, but it has not been able to go beyond. Usually, this sort of scenario is a confusion scenario. It can go up or it can go down. It is a confusing scenario. But in my experience, what I've seen is that it tries to go up first at least. So the market is slightly bullish, at least at this moment in time. It remains to be seen how this year ends, whether it just goes up for a little bit, right, during the month of December and then comes down. For now, it looks like slightly bullish, but there are certain scenarios on smaller time frames that we need to look at as well. One more thing, let me remind you that this is gap which was left over, and this is approximately 3480, approximately there. Now these gaps may or not get filled because there was one left around 1200 or something which never got filled, and there was something around the 2000 which never got filled. So it may or may not get filled immediately. It can take years, it can take months, or it can take days. So you do not know, but you should be able to put this on your watch list that if the market comes close to it because of any reason, then this can attract the price towards it. So that's monthly. Now if I look at the weekly time frame, on weekly time frame, what you can clearly see that market is simply consolidating within this and this, and that is quite expected because once the market moves in one direction, it usually consolidates, builds up the momentum, collects the orders, creates a lot of breakouts, bull traps, bear traps, and everything, and then starts to decide on the direction. Right now, this is simply consolidating. If I look at the daily time frame, this is also consolidating, but you will be able to notice that there are certain structures which are being created. So let's go through some of those scenarios. These are bearish and bullish scenarios both, because as a trader, you do not want to predict the market. You want to play out the scenarios. So you should be aware of the scenarios, and once the scenario starts to play out, you get involved in that scenario. What do I mean by that? See, right now the market is reaching a structure level here, which may act as a resistance. And you will also notice that we have a W pattern here. Okay, so when W pattern completes, the market usually corrects. So the market may take a little correction from here. However, if the market breaks through this previous high, then it can continue to go up. And in that case, what you will notice that we will have a bigger W pattern like this. So again, this will become bullish, but once the W pattern completes, the market can correct again, and this may correct where? From the same resistance area. So these are the bullish and bearish scenarios here, but there are several more which you should be aware of. So let me go through some of them here on smaller time frame, and I've been sharing them in my Telegram and Twitter as well. So if you have not been following me on my Telegram and Twitter, you should be able to find me on here, which is Vikinsa FX. This is the Vikinsa FX. This is the only channel that I've got, nothing else. So this is the one, and then I have Vikinsa on Twitter as well. So these are the scenarios that I've been posting about in the previous analysis, and also I've been giving out the charts here in Telegram channel. So you're most welcome to join. And this is how it played out. Like now I mentioned that there was a W pattern which was forming, and it could push the price all the way to 4170 or even 4200, and that actually happened. So if you remember, the last week the market pushed higher and it reached 4200, and this is the W pattern which got completed approximately right here. Okay, so we basically form the scenarios and then we play with them. So that's how it is. Right now this is looking like this. The market is sitting exactly at the resistance level, so it may actually give us a little bit of correction, and in here we have a W pattern as well. So this is the one I was talking about in the analysis that I presented in the previous analysis. So there was a W pattern, but it could go to slightly higher as well, which it is. Now, if it fails, if this W pattern fails, it can go higher. So which means that on the break of this, we can take a long, go all the way to the next level, next zone, and you will see that the market may give us another W pattern. Again, it can correct. If it gives us a deeper correction, that is one thing. However, if it continues to go up, then we can have a bigger extended W pattern, and all of that is available here in this. Okay, all of the levels, all of the zones are available here. Okay, if the market continues to go beyond the previous high, or if it goes beyond 4,274, I will post a different analysis. But this is how it is looking at the moment. I have not updated this analysis. This has been running for now 2 or 3 weeks now, and it has been following exact levels as such. So how do we play these levels? It's very, very simple. And I give out these levels in my premium analysis as well. Premium analysis is a premium service that I give out to my special clients, and I provide like better analysis and better levels and better zones to them in that analysis. It's a one-off analysis. If you're interested in any one-off in-depth analysis of market of your choice, then you can contact me. So you see, I gave this zone and there was a W pattern, and that's why it resisted that zone resisted so many times. Okay, then market broke through this. Where it go to? It went to the next zone, and from there it fell, and it fell again, and then it became support. So while market went up on smaller time frame, it came down. Now it becomes support. Now what it is trying to do? It has reached the previous resistance level, so it can fall from there again. If it continues to go up, then it can reach this level, and in fact this zone as well. And there are certain more which I will provide possibly if I can in my Telegram group, but in the premium analysis they will be there. So you see, what we do is like create all the scenarios. So these are the bullish scenarios. Now there is a major big bearish scenario as well which can happen. You see, there are I'm not saying that this is what is going to happen because I do not try to predict. So there is one scenario that the market may complete this W pattern and it can start to fall from here heavily. And if it challenges this, then it can challenge this one and this level here, which is approximately for 3,940. If this level is broken and confirmed, right, with some kind of like good confirmation on daily time frame or something, then it can go very, very low. Why is this? Because the market is creating a bigger M pattern. I'll show you that in a second. This is keep that in mind. And then another one that can happen is something like this. The market may come here, create a W pattern, and then do something like this. There's a third one which can happen is market can do something like this, go all-time high, and then come back down. Why all-time high? To create a bull trap, because a lot of people have started to show that the market is going to go all time high. Yes, it can, but you have to be careful. Sometimes the market creates huge bull traps, and the gold is actually very, very notorious in that. It does create a lot of traps. Now the M pattern that I was talking about is something like this. So let me show you all the scenarios combined together. Market can is going up, fell down. Okay, now it is going up and it can come down, and in the middle of that there can be a W pattern like this. Okay, so let me show you once more. So the market is doing an M pattern, a complex M pattern like this is a possibility. Another one, the market can do a complex M pattern with slightly extended W, and this is also a possibility. And it can bring us down to approximately 3,700 or something like that. Right now, there are certain levels which we can follow. So these are the high level scenarios, but you should be able to trade around these higher time frame, high probability zones and levels. These are very, very important levels and zones, and I personally also play around them, as you can see here in my Telegram channel. Right, this was the breakout. This was the formation of W pattern on the breakout from here. Took a long, and similarly here there was a scalp trade, and this was a very good trade, like $176 move. And I say, like the dollar has moved by 176, so 100 1760 pips. And there was a scalp trade, like I took from here because the zone was going to act as resistance. So this was very nice trade that was taken. And similarly, here there was a scalp uh, here. Okay, there was a level. So this is a level. The market came down to perform a retest, and this is on 5 minutes time frame. So the market was going to bounce up, and from there it was easy 80 pips bounce up. So one level at a time on smaller time frame with confirmation. And you see, one of our students has been doing the same thing, and he has been saying that like he just like analyzes the market once a week, and then puts all these zones and the levels, and then he trades around them. It can be that easy. You do not have to analyze every day because you can reuse that analysis, right? All of these zones are higher time frame and high probability zones. All you have to do is just make sure that you go to the smaller time frame, wait for the confirmation, and manage the risk. How do you find the confirmation? In FCP methodology, we have 5 confirmation techniques. One of them is what envisage algo. If you're interested in knowing about that, or if you want to have that, you can go to envisagealgo.com. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Hope it has been useful. If it is also useful, make sure you hit like button and subscribe to the channel and share it with other traders or trading committees. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great time.
Thank you for watching. Find and follow us on these social media channels.